having illegal immigrants in the United States of America? Well, you're an idiot. You better think again, because a recent study has shown that migrant populations in this country use nearly twice the amount of welfare as native-born Americans do. In fact, 63% of non-citizen households use some form of public welfare, compared to just 35% of native-born American households. Now, the 63% includes both legal and illegal immigrants. Now, I have no problem with allowing legal immigrants to be able to use government aid when necessary. But the problem is the 63% of non-citizen households have figured out how to abuse the system at a rate that is virtually double what Native American-born citizens partake in. Tucker Carlson talked about the problem with paying for all of these programs on Fox News. Take a look.
Will you just acknowledge that this is a problem? If you're saying, because we have the internet now, so like the rest of the world sort of knows what your policies
what we're doing,
right? And if you're saying to the rest of the world, we welcome you, which is what Democrats have said explicitly, we welcome you, the Statue of Liberty commands us to welcome you.
Reagan gave them amnesty, so I don't think it was just Democrats. I don't think it was just Democrats. I can't remember a Democrat giving out amnesty.
And as long as you're here, legal or not, we're going to give you free health care. Then, which is what Gavin Newsom and Bill de Blasio, biggest state, biggest city, just announced this.
But in California, what they're doing is they're giving health care to illegal immigrants that are up to 26. It's not just blanket illegal immigrants.
Just saying, do you see the incentive that you're creating?
Of course I see the incentive,
really afford this? And the answer is, it's freaking insane.
Right,
Now, think about how many new illegal immigrants come here every month. Even PolitiFact was forced to admit that the numbers were really high and, well, unsustainable. It's unsustainable for many people to come into our country every month and seek benefits that they aren't paying into. Math isn't racist, by the way. Just look at the numbers. In January, Donald Trump said, quote, "We are not even into February, and the cost of illegal immigration so far this year is $18 billion, $959,495,168. He says that it costs Americans more than $200 billion every year, and that the number will continue to grow as more people pour across our border. Now, meanwhile, politicians are pushing to give illegal immigrants more rights and more entitlements, which cost us, the taxpayers, even more money, which will in turn push these numbers even higher year after year. And this isn't just a national issue. This affects local governments as well. As Tucker Carlson says, there are currently more than 20 million people living in our country illegally. And the Centers for Immigration Studies estimates that every illegal immigrant costs the American taxpayer $70,000. Now, according to Pew Research, 6 in 10 of these immigrants live in just 20 metro areas. So, if you live in one of these metro areas, like I do, places like New York, Los Angeles, Dallas, Houston, Miami, Chicago, Seattle, you get my point, local resources are also part of the equation. In fact, according to Pew, New York City and Los Angeles metro areas each have larger populations of illegal immigrants than live in any other entire state, excluding only Texas. Public schools are struggling to educate these waves of new students, with one estimate saying that it was costing taxpayers nearly $60 billion every single year. That is money that has to come almost entirely from taxpayers at the state and local levels. Illegal immigrants are disqualified from receiving Medicare benefits, but recent studies show that they are still being granted, and it's costing taxpayers almost $19 billion a year, and those same benefits they're not supposed to be able to receive. So the question you have to ask yourself is, why are Democrats continuing to advocate to enrich those who break our laws? Well, in my opinion, there's two simple goals here. First, they want to drown out the American voices with illegal aliens who will always vote Democrat in every election if they give them citizenship. And secondly, they want to push towards actual socialism by depleting the resources of actual American citizens. Remember, if you take all of this money from American citizens, that means they're not doing as well. You make everybody become equals. And that's exactly what Democrats running for the White House in 2020 have been saying all along. They don't like that American citizens are doing well, and they want to have illegal immigrants level the playing field so that somehow we're all the same.